The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Maves and the Garavogue Bar.
Oh, that's good.
I lost the bottle cap.
Are these other ones that are...
These are gone off since March. But that's okay, because apparently the best before date, I'll have to look this up, the best before date on a beer, they normally say that you could drink them for at least 3 to 6 months after they go best before date.
But whose day though? Is this like my mother saying, well, they say now downtown that,
the
they're taking over. Is it?
It's the internet.
So the internet are saying that we can drink
We can
these.
still drink them, like I'm going to taste them now.
So the difference between the... Oh, lads, he's gone cross-eyed.
Peroni.
Ray, I don't know if I should be drinking this at all, should I?
Yeah. You need the one.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, how many of these can you drink now before you drive?
No.
Me and Ray are fully... So for anyone who doesn't know, we actually put a video up. Well, we didn't put it up, or Stig put it up. And we had to take it down straight away because we'd pissed off a community.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. That frightened the shite out of me.
Yeah, frightened shit out of Ray. I had no say, and I was like, I don't care.
I did feel bad for not ringing you on that. I panicked and got very afraid before ever I gave you the opportunity to go, no, leave it.
So here's the video, because this is the great thing, actually, because the people that we're speaking to now are people who listen to us in the long form.
Yeah.
And know what we're all about.
That's
so we can actually talk about this and not, So what happened was we put up a video of a piece Ray did, I don't even know how long ago.
Yeah.
And we were just chatting about Graham Lenihan and how we never got a Father Ted musical.
Yeah.
And we were saying, it's because he got cancelled and it did a disgrace. We never got what we wanted.
Yeah, there was kind of a joke there about the fact that we were only worried about the Father Ted musical.
Yeah.
And we were kind of setting aside all the stuff that Graham Lenihan got cancelled over.
Yeah.
That was the fun in it.
Yeah. Yeah. The internet did not think that. And we had it up for about 45 minutes.
Yep.
And
then the Stig rang me.
I hate fucking saying this next quote, but it's what you say anyway. With the woke brigade came for us.
The wokeness came for us.
So because it was like a transgender issue, it got put on.
And it wasn't even we weren't saying anything about transgenders.
Yeah. Do you want me to? No.
We were making no comment on we were merely commenting on the facts of the situation and going, that's what happened.
Yeah.
And we weren't passing any heat in it.
Well, we were allowed to pass heat in it.
But as soon as you mentioned that topic,
it went on to their TikTok.
It all of a sudden some alarm must have gone off somewhere, because all of a sudden they were out in force.
Yeah. Well, what happened was it bypassed our people that usually watch our videos.
Yeah.
And it went straight to them.
Yeah.
So the reason we took it out is because you're like, well, no one who likes us is seeing this anyway. We're just getting the blue-haired people.
Do you think TikTok, when they see a video like that going up, and as soon as you mention something mad, they literally funnel it to the people that are going to react badly to it?
Oh, for sure. Like, that's definitely a thing. Well, it's the people who watch videos based on that. So TikTok might not know that we're messing or being even satirical, but they'll go. TikTok algorithm will go, the boys are on about a transgender issue. We'll show it to the people who usually watch transgender
react
videos.
To the transgender videos.
Yeah. So then it's like the time the JA, when the JA fans went mental on us.
That's right.
We talked about the JA.
And the JA fans got it.
So they were like, that's JA, they love this. They did not. We were not the two Johnnies and they did not want to look at us.
We had no right to be there.
But that's what happened. So we had to take the video down straight away because all it was getting was we were just getting almost cancelled.
I was terrified that what happened to Graham Lenihan would happen to me. And you, obviously, by association.
Well, there's two things there. Number one is we're not famous enough for that to happen.
Oh, yeah, true.
Three things. Number one, we're not famous enough for that to happen.
I didn't think of that.
Number two, what did we actually say wrong?
Nothing, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, now it doesn't. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. And the third thing is, it doesn't matter. And the third thing is, we have our own platform here, right?
Yeah.
So we're not on RTE or TV3, or it's not even called. So when someone says to us, "You're cancelled," we just go, "No, I'm not." Do you know what I'm saying? We just go, no, I'm going to keep doing it. There was a famous comedian in America who got cancelled for something he did. I think it was something he said 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was about, he was talking about him in the 80s when he was a coke addict. Right. And he was saying, you want some of the stuff I did, like when I was on coke. And then he talked about it. He told this fucked up story, like.
Yeah.
And then, so he told that story years ago. Then they found the story. And then they told him, "You're cancelled." He was all over the place, and he just said, "No, I'm not going to be.
And was he cancelled?
No.
Oh.
Because he just goes, it's all right.
I think most people that get cancelled don't realise they have an option.
Yeah, you do have an option.
No, most people don't realise that.
You don't have an option though, because if you take the two Johnnies, for instance, like who said they got on 2FM and then everyone said,
bumper
do you
stickers.
remember that thing you said about the bumper stickers years ago?
Yeah.
Well, then they didn't have a choice if they wanted to keep their 2FM job.
Oh,
they had to apologise and say, sorry, now, please don't cancel us. We are so sorry. So, but we don't ever have to do that unless, and this is where it really should matter. This is where it actually matters. Unless we are actually remorseful and sorry for something we said, then we should. But the problem nowadays is people are just being forced to say sorry. And they don't actually believe us. Do you think the two Johnnies were really that sorry? And I
don't think they were. I think they were sincere in that they didn't want to be upsetting people.
Yeah, they didn't want to be upsetting people.
It was all good crack.
But they didn't say that at the time thinking there was nothing wrong with it, is what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
no,
you know what I mean? They were just like, oh shit, was that
fairness,
bad?
I have in my lifetime said things at the time where I thought
not
were fine.
Not at all, you have not.
And I've only subsequently found out from good people around me that what I said was in fact shit.
Ray, that's not true, man.
That is true.
Should we go through all the time?
No.
No, we all do it. The thing is, we all make mistakes, right? Yeah. But definitely the Graham Lenihan video, I don't mind saying this. We did not make a mistake on that video. It's just that it ended up on the wrong side of TikTok. I completely stand by it. It was not taken out of the episodes.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
And if you want a genuine conversation about the rights and wrongs of certain areas of our society now, I'll happily have it, like, and stand by it.
I'll be elsewhere.
You won't be there. Ray'll be gone somewhere else. No, but you have to. And the other thing is, in order for me and you to come in here and try and make some of the worst comedy known to Spotify,
absolutely,
we have to risk doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, we have to be able to say something, and afterwards, me and Ray always have a discussion by saying, should we really keep that in?
Yeah.
I've often said to you, if I zone in on one person, and then only afterwards I listen and go, I don't know why I was zoning in on that person. Will you take that out? Like, I don't feel right having that in.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm one of those, like I said, the Facebook people who are just like, I just say whatever, and then if you don't like it, well, that's Kendy. No, I don't want to hurt people's feelings.
You're not like Joey Essex.
Why? What?
Star of Love Island this year, who has so many opinions.
How does he always bring it back to this shit?
It's a wonderful season.
Why? What's he doing?
He's just very opinionated. Everybody has to listen to his opinion, and he is a master. I won't call a master at what? I don't know what you call a master.
Manipulator.
But yeah, he will not. If I'm arguing with you over something, it's the art of not taking any responsibility for what you've done.
Yeah.
You just simply argue everything, no matter how bad. You
keep going.
I'll give you an example.
It's called digging a hole.
There was a lady, right? She wanted to have a private conversation with one of the gentlemen.
Okay.
In the villa.
Oh, this is so shite.
And the lady,
I can't get over how shite this is.
The lady asked Joey Essex, the star of Love Island this year. She asked him, would you ever go and get Io, which is your man's name, Io?
It's not.
Would you ever go and get Io and ask him to come chat to me up here on the terrace? Right? Joey went off, failed miserably, didn't convince Io to go up. Io knew better. He's like, don't you know something? I'm not going up that terrace. Right? A week later, in a game, in like a challenge game that they were having, not football challenge now, just a normal, like a shifting challenge.
Oh, what? Come here, why don't we all go into the closets? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I got a text. So for this week's game, all the boys have to go into the closet together and kiss each other. That's what the game is. Is that the game? Oh my God, I didn't even want that to be. Are you sure that's what the text said? Yeah, no, it is. Don't need to read it. Why don't all the boys go in and all start kissing each other, okay?
No. So during the challenge anyway, young Joey brings up the fact that he was sent on a secret mission. Now up to this point, nobody but the three of them, the girl, your man Io and Joey, knew about this secret mission. But he brings it up and going, well, I went on a secret mission, but then would not tell anybody what the secret mission was.
Well, that's what a secret is.
Yeah, but you don't talk about the secret mission. I don't be telling everybody.
The first rule about shite secret missions is
it'd be like
don't watch Love Island.
Me on a night out, right? If I knew a secret about Mark, imagine me sitting there having to crack at all the boys going, lads, I know a serious secret about Mark.
I'm not telling you.
And you sitting there.
Yeah.
And you're going, why did you say that?
Yeah, no, that has probably happened actually before. I try to think.
Me?
No, definitely when someone was like, that is a thing that does happen. Nicola might do that to me sometimes. What? I heard something today now about you. I can't tell you. And do you know what I say? Sound. Yeah, no, I'd be... That's good that you're telling me that, Nicola.
I'd be upset.
Because I don't care.
Yeah, but why? Why do you bring it up?
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying.
But I think people get a kick out of it.
Yeah, they do, yeah. People, knowledge is power.
Yeah, true.
Knowledge is power, completely. Yeah. Is that it for Love Island, Ray, before I have an aneurysm?
Yeah, no, that's it now.
Is it still going on?
Oh, it is, yeah. Yeah, it's flying.
How long are they there for?
They're there now about 6 or 7 weeks.
Oh, that is
It's a long time to be sunning your cheeks in a villa.
I need you to... No, but this is the thing now, though. So you're like an avid follower of Love Island.
This year I'm into it.
Which I find mad. And it's not... I don't want to make fun of you because, like, we all watch stuff that other people don't like.
Yeah.
But, like, for me now, I think that you would need a serious mental assessment to be watching Love Island if you're not between the ages of 16 and 23.
Right.
And a woman.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
So you think
I don't know where in your head.
Me at 40, I'm a little bit...
You as a fella at 40.
Yeah.
But like, what do I know? I'm just a stupid, cute guy. I don't know everything in the world.
There's a couple of things that's going on in Love Island.
Go on.
There's the interpersonal
fake relationships.
They're not even fake. You're just seeing people interacting with each other in an enclosed space.
Yeah.
And it's awful interesting to me to see how they deal with stuff, how they handle themselves, how they carry themselves, how they deal with different situations.
And you don't think they're playing up to that at all? You think that's real?
If it's completely scripted, I don't care because
that's good.
I'm still enjoying
that's great.
what's happening.
That's the answer I want you to
If it's completely scripted, then it really should be getting some sort of an award.
An award, yeah,
it should be getting a BAFTA.
Yeah. No, I completely
it's very
agree.
well written.
I was hoping you'd say that though, because we do have, sometimes we get too far into finding out. Oh, I don't know if that. I always use the Carl Pilkington one. Like, it doesn't matter if some people say, that's not really him. It doesn't matter. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, you're enjoying it. Yeah, leave it
don't worry about it then. Like, it's not like I'm not trying to act like the hard man and the big sport man and all that.
I think you'd get into it if you watched it for a season.
But you see, I can't. I was chatting to Brendan about hypnotism during the week. Mm-hmm. Brendan said to me, I think that hypnotism does work. And I said, it only works if you're open to it.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
And I said, I'd never be open to that. And Brendan said, well, why don't you just try it?
Would you try it?
No. And I said to him, there's no point in me trying it.
But you don't need to try it. You refuse to the last minute until we get a good hypnotist in here and all of a sudden you'll be gone.
I know it won't work though.
But what if it does?
Because you have to be, and this is the difference in me and Brendan. He's wide open. Like, he's willing to try anything.
Yeah.
Do you mind me talking about this, Brendan? No. Okay, great. Do you mind me talking about the Reiki? You do mind me? Oh, sorry. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so as long as you don't mind, I would never be that wide open stuff. So in order for hypnotism to work, you need to be willing to believe that it's going to work on you. And you need to be really, I don't want to say susceptible, but you need to go, yeah, I'm willing to give all here to you now.
See can
you do it?
Yeah.
I'd never let that happen. I'd always be going, nah.
But do you think that perhaps the hypnotist might have a power over you that you're unaware of?
No. I don't think he does.
And that's fine. You're completely against it and you think it's not going to work. No. But I'd still like to see someone try. Now, not a shitty hypnotist. Because there's plenty of them out there.
A shitnotist.
Not a shitnotist. I want a hypnotist.
Okay.
Someone who's hip-hop happening. You know? And I think that would be enjoyable to watch. Like the many things we have committed you to do over the years. Get your bum cheeks waxed.
But that's okay. Yeah. I'm wide open.
Let's get your bum cheeks waxed by a hypnotist.
But see, that's the thing though. You can do that, but it won't be good content though, because I won't bite on it.
But even that happening would prove your point, and then we'll all be delighted to kind of go, geez, Mark was right.
Have you ever seen...
And we'd be down €200 for hypnotists for no reason.
Are we getting wedding rates on that? No, so the thing is, have you seen hypnotists at weddings? Like,
I have, I really enjoy them.
Yes, the thing is, like, they bring up 20 people and they do the little games that lets them know if people are susceptible or not.
Yeah.
And they whittle it down then to 4 or 5 people.
What do they do?
They whittle. The whittle in the corner down to... What is that word?
Whittle is not the word.
What's the word?
Whittle.
It's whittle.
No.
It's 100% whittle.
Whittle is something a child does in the corner when you don't want it to do.
I was just after whittling over there.
No, you don't want to whittle.
It is whittle. You're wrong in this.
It's whittle.
No, it's whittle. Really, look into my eyes.
I'm looking into your eyes. The hypnotist would whittle it down.
Is it actually whittle? I had no clue what that is.
Now.
I thought it was whittle.
No, there you go. Throw an old tea into it and you'll be fine.
I can't. I'm not changing now, Ray. It's too late. So he'd whittle it down.
Yeah. Joe Widow.
He'd whittle it down to 4 or 5 people because he knows that they're the ones that he can get. Like, you know? So I would 100% be one of those 15 that he couldn't. So the other thing that Brendan was trying to get me to do then was, have you ever heard of Reiki?
I have. I have a good friend of the podcast, Karen. She loves the old drop of Reiki. And I tell you, according to her, it works.
So according to Brendan, it's the best thing he's ever done.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty savage because it's all I presume it's dealing with energies, isn't it? There, Brendan.
It's dealing with chakras and auras.
Chakras, auras.
It just feels really good. So
Okay.
Yeah, Brendan just kept in there with it feels really good.
Yeah, that's the technical term. So you get level 8 in making people feel really good. I go to Thailand, Reiki. Anyway.
Different kind of
No,
Reiki.
I mean, people out there who know Reiki are like, I'm not pretending to know what it's all about, but it's all to do with energies, and there's no touching, Brendan. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
There's no touching. They do touch you. Where? Will you show me on the bottle where they touched you? Anyway, but it's not massage, like.
No, it's not a happy ending. Is it a happy ending, Brendan? Can you get a happy ending in Reiki? Emotionally.
He's happy when it ends.
An emotional.
No, so the thing about Reiki as well, I don't believe in that either. And I knew a woman years ago, before Reiki was a thing.
Yeah.
Like, as in, we all know what Reiki is now, probably. I knew a woman years and years ago when I worked in Castlereagh, and she was a Reiki person.
Was she a Reikiist?
She was a Reikiist, I think is what they called them,
Yeah.
No, anyway, so she used to do it. And, I mean, lovely, lovely woman, but she was all about energies and auras and all that kind of crack. And, like, she used to tell me to not. I used to do judo when I was in college.
Yeah.
I was terrible at it. I got the earring ripped out of my head like a couple of weeks in. And I was like, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah, because you shouldn't be wearing an earring.
No, I know I shouldn't have been. I tried to cover it with tape because it was only fresh.
Oh, you had a kind of a Trump wound.
Yeah, a little bit actually. So what happened was, like, I had pierced my ear in college with an apple and a needle.
Beautiful.
I didn't do it, but a friend did it. And then I couldn't take it out because you have to leave it in for a couple of months. Like, for it to... Anyway, it got knocked out of my head. Anyway, she used to say to me, don't do that kind of fighting stuff. It's not good for you and it's not good for your energy.
Wow.
You know? And I used to say to her, come on out here and the two of us, I'll show you good energy. No, I didn't know. She was a lovely woman. Anyway, the other thing, she told me some other weird stories as well of stuff that she was into, like exorcisms and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say this now or not.
Sure, why wouldn't you?
She
Nobody
told
knows what
me. I hope she doesn't.
Listen.
She might listen. If she does, she'll tell me otherwise.
Well, if she's any good with energies and stuff,
She'll
she'll know
know.
your energies talking about.
She'll be like, someplace Mark is talking about me.
Yeah.
So she told me of a very popular prison. You know, there's only a couple of prisons.
Would it happen to be a place maybe where you might find Sean Riley's AirPods?
You could find Sean Riley's AirPods there.
You might find
she
a couple
told me that she was up there with a priest and they were doing an exorcism. Isn't that mad? And whether to believe her or not, I'm not saying that's facts.
Yeah.
Before TikTok comes and tells me how dare you. That's what she told me. She said, no, I'd be involved in a lot of that stuff as well because exorcism's all about bad energies and people.
I'd love to be able to watch a horror movie there's a new horror movie out with Russell Crowe in it.
Yeah.
And he's an exorcist.
Oh, but he's like
he's
head
a priest.
of the,
head of the exorcism unit.
In the priesthood.
In the priesthood, yeah. And I'd love to watch the film, but I can't bring myself to do it because it's too scary.
But exorcist, like that does kind of half freak me out a little bit.
Oh, it does,
Did we talk about this before? Do you believe in ghosts?
Do I believe in? Yes, I do believe in ghosts, sadly.
Have we talked about this?
I don't think so.
Doesn't matter. Anyway, so I don't know if I believe in ghosts either. Like, I think that your mind is playing tricks on you.
No.
You know? And I've jumped back and forth from this. I've been like, no, maybe it's real, maybe it's not real, maybe it's real, maybe it's not real. But I do remember when I was a kid, when I was very young, my brother Ray's band were playing in Castlereagh. The old Stagger Inn. We don't need to say everything about everything.
I'd just like to know what the band are called.
I'll tell you after. It doesn't matter.
It gives me context to the story.
You don't need to. This is the context of the story. There was boys in a house. That's all you need to know.
Okay, boys in a house.
So what happened was they were staying in my granny's old house.
Okay.
Who had passed away and the house was left idle by us. Anyway, so they were staying there, and when Ray got up in the morning, one of the band members said, "I saw someone in the living room last night."
Right.
And Ray was like, what are you on about? And he said there was an old woman sitting over there in that chair, which was Granny's chair.
Right.
I was only a kid now at this time. And it was big news back then, like, oh, I saw a ghost. Like, I think they saw Granny in the house. And I was scared. And I said to my mother, what happens, like, if Granny starts appearing to us now? And this is the part that made me think that Mom definitely believes in it. Because she's from an era of religious people, like, who believe in all that kind of stuff, you know. She said to me, Mark, don't be worrying, it's only your granny.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought what you would say to me is, don't be worrying about that, Mark. She's not going to come to you at any stage.
Yeah.
But she had prepared me for the fact that this actually might happen.
Yes.
And I haven't slept since. That was 23 years ago. I'm just waiting for Granny.
And you don't sleep. You have to go to bed with the television now.
Would you go to sleep, Ray, if your mother told you, Granny be in to see you now any minute?
And that's the worst thing about ghosts. They're unpredictable. It's not like they'll tell you when they're coming.
Yeah,
They'll call it the most impromptu times.
Yeah, she's not going to hello, I'll be down Tuesday. No, that's not going to happen.
No.
So I'm still waiting. No, but it did freak me out that Mum was like, don't be worried, Mark, it's only your granny.
It is, but that's I suppose that's one way of allaying your fears.
Well,
and kind of going, do you know something? Don't worry about it. If it is your granny, this ghost that was seen in the house, it's not like, was your granny a very abusive lady when she was alive?
A very what?
Abusive?
No,
not
would
you being afraid of her? Is that the reason you took up the judo?
Well, that's funny.
Defend yourself against your
Crouch and Tiger hidden Granny, she pops. Wah! No, so the thing, Granny was an absolute angel of a woman.
Then why would you be worried about seeing her again?
But that's the thing, you see. I think that we have this idea that from horror films that ghosts are going to spook you.
Yeah.
But maybe ghosts will just come in and say, is everything all right? I'm only looking down on you. If we are to believe in what we're supposed to believe in this country.
Yeah.
Maybe the ghosts are. We have the phrase guardian angels. You know, maybe it's a guardian angel.
I'm debating here, and that there is a story in my head.
Are you allowed to tell it or not?
I'm not allowed to tell it, so I have to skirt around it.
Yeah, well, that's good. No, it's good you say that because, like, I don't know. Would like Mum be private enough and Dad? Like, it was Dad's mother. Maybe they don't want me telling that story, but you know, because you have to remember these people are very close to people. You know, so you don't want to. I don't want to make fun of it all.
I have a friend that was living in a house. Yeah. This is nice and random now.
Good.
Friend living in the house. Everything was tickety-boo, right? Then all of a sudden, things weren't tickety-boo. Television started coming on all of a sudden, right?
601.
And no
Every
one...
day.
What's 601?
The Angelus. Or whatever. It was at 6 o'clock, the Angelus.
Some sort of a dirty adult channel you were talking about.
Sky Channel 601.
No, okay. So, So television was coming on. This friend of mine was also dropping cups and glasses all of a sudden. So in other words, they wouldn't be a clumsy person. Okay. Notice I'm not even giving of the gender. Not that we can talk about the gender of my friend.
Oh, how dare you even say that someone had a gender, Ray? You grave leatherheads bastards, you.
Yeah. So they didn't know why all of a sudden they got very clumsy. But they noticed in themselves. And also the place felt a bit off.
Okay.
They were kind of going, not enjoying the vibe about the house.
Okay.
Right? So this person, this friend of mine, went online and found a person that would help them try and diagnose the issue. They were under the impression there might be something up here.
Ah, Jesus. Well, straight away then you're buying into it there. That's like the hypnotism. You're embracing it.
But what was really mad about it, and I will have to check obviously with this person that I can even tell this anonymized story.
Yeah.
But they got this person anyway online to do an assessment of the house. And this person...
if this fella came in with a proton pack from Ghostbusters, Ray, I'm going fuck.
I didn't. But he was able to tell my friend that there was a presence in the house.
Okay.
And it was a gentleman and his dog.
Right.
And the gentleman was someone who lived in that area back like 100 years ago.
All right, okay, but he didn't live in the house though.
He didn't live in the house.
Trespassing bastards.
But this is where he's decided to be for a while. And my friend wasn't too impressed with that situation and asked, could the person be asked to leave?
Yeah.
So the person doing the job for her, person doing the job, got the spirit out of the house, pushed it out past the boundary of the house, and then everything was sound again. No television coming on, no cups or glasses getting broken.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Brendan, you'll be proud of me. I'm gonna open up to this idea. 100%.
That ghost of the dog and the man are still tipping around that area.
Right, okay, but they're not squatting in that place
in the
anymore.
house, which is great.
And would she or he be willing to charge rent and let them back in again?
Yeah, I don't know how you'd collect rent from a ghost.
But I tell you what, man, there's some PPS numbers I'd say around the country are still active. There's definitely people collecting stuff for sure.
Yeah, true.
No, I mean, I believe that something happened there. Like,
I think so too, because it's a very reliable person.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think they'd be making it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm very wary of making fun of people who do believe and see this kind of stuff, you know, because they're not. It doesn't come from nothing.
No.
Obviously, there are people out there who just make up stories, but like.
I think this is a genuine case.
Yeah,
and
something happened.
I think it's the reason. It's definitely one of the reasons why I do believe that there are spirits in this world that mightn't have just tipped on yet. And they haven't tipped on yet. They're still hanging around.
Yeah.
Unfinished business and whatnot. And I think your granny was there that evening, wondering why there was a bunch of young lads living in her house.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like maybe that brought her back in now, you know. Now that house has since is not in our family anymore, you know. So someone else has it now, and I'd love to think that she still lifted up blankets and stuff inside now.
Still keeping an eye on things.
You know, like she wouldn't do that to Ray and his friends. Like she was just a nice old lady.
yes, yeah.
But like I'd love to think she had. Apparently, like she did have devilment in her. See, I lost all my grandparents when I was very young because like not that my parents were old, like but they're old. You know, they're old enough that like Dad was the youngest of like 15 or something. You know, so obviously his parents would have been quite old. I only knew me granny when I was a child, when she was already like in her late 80s and 90s.
Yes.
Do you know? But apparently she was an awful devil of a woman. Like, to, you know, the crack, you know.
Could you name your grandmother's mother and father?
Can I name my grandmother's mother and father?
Yeah.
Not a chance.
Isn't that mad?
I can barely name my own mother and father. Mum couldn't name me father.
But it's 3 generations back.
That's mad.
You lose you've no knowledge.
Well,
of
here's a
people
good
that
one
made you.
for you.
Go on.
Here's a good one for you. I couldn't name my grandparents.
What?
So I think my grandmother went by Molly, I think. But I just called her Granny. I was a child, Ray. I was 10 years old, I think, when she passed away.
So you had 2 grannies and 2 grannies, you don't know their actual names.
So do you want to hear? This is a good episode. I'm really enjoying this, you know. Everyone else might think differently. So I remember Granny because she lived in Castlereagh.
Yes.
So, but I always just knew her as Granny. Now, my mother's mother passed away earlier than that. She passed away when I was about 4.
Yeah.
But I always thought this was a dream. I always thought that I had a dream one time that was so prominent in my head that I remembered it, where she came home from, my mother's mother came home to our house from Knock. She didn't live with us now, but she came into our house. She was visiting Knock on a pilgrimage. And I ran up to her. She was in a wheelchair at the time, and I jumped onto her lap.
Right.
And I always thought that didn't happen, that I just, because how could I remember it? I was 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
But my mother said, no, that
did happen.
That's happened. Like,
And that's what killed her.
And
4-year-old child, the frightening of it, jumping on her in the wheelchair. She's coming in from a pilgrimage full of the Holy Spirit.
I jumped off behind the corner. I jumped off behind the corner. Wow! No, but it is one that I think it's mad that I could remember her. Now, my father's father died when he was very, very young.
Yeah.
And I do remember my granddad on Mam's side as well. Like I just remember little members. His name was Martin, I think.
That's nice, yeah. You have that.
I think though, Mama tell me otherwise now. I actually haven't a clue. Isn't that mental?
It is mental that you're not too fussed about like the generations behind your parents.
Yeah, no,
and what they were up to or what they were about.
But do you think I was better off to have lost them early? When did you lose?
I was very lucky. I had them right into my 20s.
So there you go. Would you consider yourself lucky then?
I was very lucky because I had what I like to call a backup set of parents.
Yeah.
Because we used to live beside my father's parents.
Yeah.
And they were great when you'd fall out with your own parents.
Oh, yeah.
So if Emil said something I wasn't enjoying,
yeah,
I'd take
Tin Lizzie, you're shite. I'm here.
I'd take myself out of that house. I'd be up the hill as fast as my little legs could carry me, in my shit shoes and my shorts, and I'd be up inside in my granny and granddad's house, and I go, well, you'll never guess what they said to me.
Yeah,
they're after saying, "Tin Lizzie, you're shite," and I'm never going back.
I'm never going home.
I'm never ever going back there. And granny and granddad, God rest them, they'd say, "That's okay. You stay here as long as you need to."
Yeah.
So it's great. I played them off against each other.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Because, and I've thought about that recently as well. But so you say you were very lucky to have them up until you were in your 20s, like whereas. The thing that I hold on to is that I think I'm lucky that I didn't have a huge emotional attachment to any of them when I was young.
Yeah.
Because I was just too young, if you know what I mean.
Then you get to, I suppose, losing them in your 20s. Yeah, all of a sudden you get a great introduction to grief.
Yeah, it's a bereavement.
It's a bereavement,
wow.
yeah. I have to say, that
Brilliant.
was my first full whack into Jesus Christ. I didn't want to lose that person.
That's amazing.
And it's great to get that. And if you do lose them early in life, then your first proper brush with bereavement will be when you actually lose your parents.
Yeah.
Or,
it's a good point. It's a good point because, like I said, Dad is the youngest of. Geez, I'm telling the whole family story here. Dad's the youngest of a lot.
Yeah. So
my brushes with bereavement have been siblings of his, especially lately. Like that's become a real thing when you know because
So it's only you're young enough,
like
you're old enough getting.
Dad's oldest brother is still alive in his 90s.
Jesus.
And that's Dad's oldest brother.
Yeah.
And Dad is significantly younger than that, like, you know.
What is he now, 47, 48?
Dad is 30.
He's not much younger than me.
Dad's 34.
Fair play to him, fair fella. He was at it young.
Oh, gee. Yeah, he was 2 when he met Matt. No, so it's... no, it is funny, though. It is funny you say that. It's because I Yeah, bereavement is a real thing that's starting to hit now at our age, isn't it? Like, even not that, and we're like, I'm only in my 30s, but you do see significant stuff happening around you. You see friends losing parents, you know. And then the other thing you said there about running up to your granny's house.
Yeah.
The one thing me and Nicola have always been thinking is, and it's such, what's the word they use? A global community or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's a worldwide community we live in now.
Yeah.
Where, you know, you're not probably going to build a house up beside your parents now.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
And you're not going to stay in Killala, and because people are just gone over all over the world.
No, we decided
you know?
to go the other side. We were right beside her mother.
Yeah, well, there you go. Actually, that's
we
good.
had to pick one. We couldn't build. We hadn't the money to build a house in both locations.
Yes.
Do you know?
Yeah. You couldn't have a holiday home in Killala, and who wants one? No, I'm joking. I'm only joking. It's a holiday hotspot, Ray.
Sorry.
They have the Holy Stolen Clan Rickard. Sorry, Father Ted reference. Sorry now. To all the woke people. So me and Nicola don't have that. So we're not probably going to move back to Roscommon.
No, and I wouldn't blame you.
So we lean on ye.
Yeah.
When we're not strong, when we need you to look after our daughter. So we lean on all ye, Brendan, ye, little Luigi and all that. We lean on all ye to help out.
Yeah.
Because we're not near the grandparents.
Yeah.
So me and Nicola now are hopefully getting to the stage that you and Laura are at, ye two civil servants, fucking loan-giving bastards. We're at the stage now where we're going, no, we got to get serious about the house now.
Yeah.
But we're saying it has to be in South Sligo.
Oh, yeah.
Because we need to be relatively close
That's where
to home.
your replacement family is.
Yeah, in case I need to. Not Ali, by the way, or the new daughter that's on the way.
Yeah.
It's in case Nicola says to me, I think Liverpool are shot. I'm out of here. I'm fucking gone.
You need somewhere to go.
I need somewhere to go.
Yeah.
I need to be able to run home to me mammy, because it doesn't matter. We've said it before. It doesn't matter how old you get as a fella. You need to be able to run home to mammy. Ooh. I only get to do it once a year at Christmas, and that's it.
I don't. Oh wait, maybe you're right. I don't run home to mammy the odd time.
You need to be able to run home to your mammy, Ray. Your mammy will always be your mammy.
No, when I owe her money.
She's fucking running to you.
It's the end of the month and I owe her a few pounds.
I'm on the way down, Ray.
Yeah.
We're coming for a big old fly-in visit, have the fucking wallet house. Yeah. Anyway, geez, I hope we're not overindulgent there and jumping into too many family matters or anything like that. But
I have some matters arising from a previous episode.
Go on.
You remember we talked about the Night and Day Festival?
Yeah.
And a band called The Four of Us played it.
Yep.
And we'll remember, what is the name of the song that they'll be well known for?
Just the four of us.
No.
We can make it if we
try.
Isn't that them?
No, it's Oh Mary.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
yeah.
Oh Mary, we sang it with gusto the last time we spoke about it.
Yes, we
did.
And
we looked fondly on it.
Yeah.
Until Aaron, I'm almost done, pointed out
that's not their song at all.
That is their song,
oh, yeah.
but he kind of said, look at the lyrics there now of Oh Mary. So I'm just going to look at the lyrics.
Are
right?
we about to get someone else cancelled?
And we're going to see what the song's about. We're going to delve into it a little bit.
Brilliant.
First verse. Mary's got a new job. She's working in the bank. Everything's positive so far.
That's good. This is 1960s Ireland.
Yeah.
Straight away. She did a typewriter course. Did you hear that?
So she's working in the bank, making lots of money and giving it to Frank.
Yeah.
Now, Frank is introduced into the story. So we've Mary and we have Frank.
Frank's sitting on his hole.
Frank's her married boyfriend. So Frank is married.
Yeah.
Right?
But he's to her boyfriend.
But he's her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Been that way for a year. So they're a year seeing each other.
They're a year in an affair.
Slapped her in the face once.
Right.
Now we're into the domestic violence.
Yeah.
Oh, typical,
so he's robbing
Irish
her,
pop hit.
Robbing her, baiting her. It's a lovely song.
Yeah, but says he loves her dear. So he's baiting her.
Yeah.
But he says he loves her.
Yeah.
Which makes that okay back in 1970s Ireland.
Yeah. Isn't that good?
Yeah. So, obviously the chorus is, oh Mary, why don't you have some sense?
Yeah.
Please do something to restore my confidence.
Yeah.
Right? So obviously the writer of the song
is saying, I'm losing respect for you because you're letting this happen.
Exactly.
Now.
Right. Verse 2. He's met another woman, that's Frank.
Yeah.
And
a third woman.
And travelling on his own, he wrote a loving message and left it by the phone. Mary still does nothing, and as innocent as snow. Everyone has heard the truth, but no one lets it show. All of a sudden, so Mary doesn't know the Frank's tipped off someone else.
And they're all talking about her.
And they're all talking
about her down the local pub. Did you hear about Mary? So can we get into the real problem here now?
Yeah.
So your man is making out that everyone's talking about Mary, right? And that he's like, the whole town is on about
Why
this
didn't he
Mary
just,
one.
rather than writing a hit, why didn't he go talk to Mary?
No, I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because your man, Bucky Boo, who wrote the tune, he's in love with Mary, and his way of making the cognitive dissonance work in his head is by going, but she's only an old fool. Everyone in town is talking about her anyway. She's off with your man.
Yeah.
But really, he wants to say,
He wants to be with Mary.
I would love to take you up to the bedroom. I'd love to brush me teeth.
Yeah.
And I'd love to put you up in the cupboard.
Yeah.
And I'd love to. That's what he's.
That's as Garth Brooks
He's
used to
jealous.
do. It's a secret live third verse that you get.
Yeah.
Where he actually, he describes
That's what
that.
the third verse is.
Third verse is that.
So, but there's loads of songs like that you'd be like, do you know the song, I Don't Like Mondays?
Yes.
Like that's about a school shooting, like.
Oh.
Do you know that?
I didn't know that,
I
actually.
don't like Mondays.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot it up. So what happened was I don't know what shooting it was based on, but it was based on a school shooting in America.
Bob Geldof wrote that one, didn't
Bobby Geldof, fair play to him, wrote it. I don't like the Mondays.
Yeah.
And when someone asked, I think it was a woman, why did you do what you did? She said it's because I don't like Mondays. So that's where that comes from.
Right.
So that one's actually a true one as well.
Yeah.
But the songs that you don't think about really, there's a beautiful song called From Galway to Graceland. Do you know that song?
No.
It's fake, but it's brilliant.
What do you mean is it fake?
As in, it's not a real story. I don't think it's
Oh,
not a real story.
It's a real song, but not
so
a real
the same
story.
as that Mary might not exist at all. That fella can't get the right. That's not. Mary doesn't exist. He'd make it all up in his head. The thing with From Galway to Graceland is it's about a woman who, in truth, has serious mental health issues, and she flies from Galway all the way to Tennessee because she tells everyone, "I'm married to Elvis Presley."
Okay.
And when he at his funeral, she's like, "I'm going to be the grieving wife at his funeral."
Yeah.
And she keeps getting dragged away every single day. She's sitting at his grave, and they keep pulling her away and away and away.
Wait.
And the song makes it out like, "Oh, look at Joanne flying across the world just to be with Elvis." But actually, the song is about this woman has serious mental health problems,
And she's not going anywhere.
And that's
she's sitting in the
she
clinic.
is doing it. She did it. She left all her family in Galway, tipped off across the
Is
way.
this real or fake?
It's fake.
But
It's
you have
fake.
me thinking it's real.
Well, it could be really, but you're the one watching Love Island thinking it's really a prick. Give it out about my stories. And you watching Joe Essex talking about going up to a terrace to fucking have some ream.
Yeah.
Come on, we have a bit of ream up top the terrace, if that makes any sense.
It does. I wanted to talk to you about moving.
Yeah. Oh, are you moving now at the moment?
We're moving this week.
Yeah.
But it turns out there's some rules. Lots of rules. Ireland is a great spot for pagan rituals. There are days you can't move into a house.
Now. It's, okay, great. First of all, yeah, I'm into this. Okay. So, I was talking about ghosts, spirits and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though I'm skeptical of it, Ireland has a brilliant tradition of the outer world.
Yeah, the spirit world.
Yeah, the spirit worlds. Ring forts, all that crack.
Yeah,
Anyway,
don't hack down that bush or you'll die.
I mean, they blamed the M50 on us. The M50 flooded. Well, sure, the fairies.
Yeah,
and that was in the Oireachtas. Sure, look, we just write it down as the fairies.
Yeah,
it must have
leave
been.
it at that.
Leave it at that. That's great though, to draw a line under it like that.
Well, funny enough, AIB came out with a little article about all the different pagan traditions in Ireland about moving house. Now they at the very end of the article they said, "Are you thinking about buying a new home?"
Ah, of course they did.
It was good thinking.
Why don't you get an astronomical loan off us you'll never pay back?
Yeah. First of all, can you guess the day that you're not supposed to move in?
You're not supposed to move into any house on a Tuesday. It's awful bad.
Wrong.
Yeah, no, but I said it with a lot of conviction
You
though.
did, yeah. Saturday is the bad day.
Why?
The most convenient of all days. Saturday is the bad day to move
That's the
in.
only day you can move into a house.
That's really the day that suits, given that you have to work for the man every other day, and then on Sunday the Lord rested.
Yeah, then you moved into a house and then you rested and only had fish.
Yeah, so
that's Friday. Sorry. Sorry.
So you're not supposed to go on a Saturday, which is bothering the crap out of me this week because Saturday's the only day I've off.
And would you believe that then? Would you go?
I have to because I have to because just in case something goes wrong and then everybody blames me for moving in. On Saturday.
So again, that's a load of shit.
I have to take responsibility.
No, it's awful shit. Nicholas said to me, we're going to the All Ireland final on Sunday. Nicholas said to me, you have to wear the same jersey that you wore in the semi-final.
Yes, yeah.
And I was like, no, I don't. That will have no bearing on what happens on the pitch.
It will, and if you don't wear it, you'll be to blame.
No, so I'd be to blame if God will lose. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
if I don't wear the same jersey from the
do you really want to
semi-final.
take that risk?
Yeah,
it's
because
so much easier just to wear the jersey.
Do you think, right? So the referee blows the whistle, right?
Yeah.
Commentator goes, ladies and gentlemen, Armagh 114, Galway 112.
Yeah.
Poor Joyce turns around.
Hold on, they work out the
and he
scores.
looked. That's
just to see.
Well, it's 114 to 112. There's only 2 points in it, regardless of whether there's a goal or not. But do you think poor Joyce is going to turn around to me up in the upper Hogan stand and go, fuck, are you? That's not the same jersey as the lad. No wonder.
He'll be sitting there or standing there for the post-match interview going, well, what do you think happened out there today now? It's very clear. That he just didn't wear the right jersey.
He wouldn't wear the same jersey.
He wouldn't wear the same jersey. I know, and I found out about it. I thought, we don't have much hope.
It's a load of bollocks. So you should move in on a Saturday because it's the most convenient.
So we can't move in on a Saturday, so we have to do it on the Sunday.
Okay, you'll never move in.
Right.
On the Lord's Day.
I know.
How dare you, Ray? You're supposed to be resting,
I
Raymond.
said they're pagan.
And watching Mass at 10:30 at RGE.
Pagan rituals. That's why they don't really recognise the Sunday. Apparently, you're supposed to sprinkle salt on the doorway, and that keeps the pesky bad spirits away. So, fellas and their dog.
Your friend could have done with that.
Exactly. But you don't forget, you have to sweep it up after 24 hours. You can't leave it sit there.
What an absolute load of...
You have to leave the broom behind. So if you have now it was a broom back in the day, it's a sweeping brush now.
It's Dyson now. You're like, I paid 600 quid. I'd leave the Dyson in the house. No.
But you have a sweeping brush in the house, don't you?
Yeah, do you?
You can't bring that with you. Apparently that's because, according to principles of Feng Shui, your old broom carries all the negative aspects of your life, as well as the literal dirt and dust from your last home.
How filthy do you think I'm cleaning the house though? So
you have to buy a new broom.
Right, okay.
Immediately we have to go up to home.
Come here, more and more. Yeah, it sounds like A&B are looking for more money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You never carry a hoe into the house.
Well, do you know what? Nicola won't let me anymore. I'm not allowed. I've been too many times. She said the smell is getting bad. She said,
I laughed at this when Laura read it to me, and I thought to myself, I never can. And I went to the older meaning of a hoe, and then I realised I actually own a hoe.
Ray, just because you're married doesn't mean you own her.
No,
you know that.
No,
Did you realise that?
I have a hoe for digging out weeds in the garden.
What's a hoe again? Is it like a pitchfork?
No, it's kind of a little sharp spade thingy.
Right, okay. Yeah. And you can't bring the hoe with you?
You can't bring your hoe with you to your new house.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. No.
Unbelievable. So you have to buy a new hoe. That's another 20 on the Airbnb list.
Apparently, exactly. If you... what is it there now? Apparently it's bad luck, but if you do, you can reverse the effects easily by the genius move of walking backwards through the front door.
And straight down to the bank for more money.
Yeah.
So walk backwards out through the door, straight down Castle Street, and then out.
Entering the house. Speaking of going in and out of doors, when you enter your new home for the first time, go via the front door and then exit through the same one. Superstition dictates that if you don't, you won't settle in your new home.
But you're there. Oh my God.
Out the door you come in.
You're going out the same way you came in.
Yeah.
That's where that came from.
Do you ever find that when you go into a house, would you always make sure you go out the door you come in?
Yeah. Well, we come from the country, me and you now.
Yeah, we do, yeah. So
as in, well, I don't. I come from the town, but no one... Nicola's front door at home in Cashel-Plunkett, I'd say it hadn't been open since 2005, 2006.
There's so many front doors in rural Ireland, they never get opened. At all.
Sometimes I wonder,
why
don't you just brick it over? Why are we building front doors?
No, because then you won't
houses?
get the post in it. Normally the post comes through the front door.
They have a post box out the front of the house.
Okay, fair enough.
It's 3 miles, for Nicholas to go out to the front of the estate.
But have you found yourself going by that rule? If you go in the front door of the house, would you make sure you go out the front door?
No. That wouldn't. That would not come into my mind. Again, I'm kind of a townie. That wouldn't really come into me mind.
And then finally, the last thing is don't move in on a Saturday.
Well, that was the first thing you said.
Yeah, sorry, I went to that one. Oh wait, no, I have more. You have to burn some sage. Sage has been used in Native American tradition for generations to clear out the negative energy and protect the home. And there's a very specific way of doing this called smudging. So I have to smudge some shade.
Is this some Bobby Sand shit?
That is.
You have to smear it all over the walls.
And finally, ring a bell. Oh, wait, no, there's more. Yeah, ring a bell. If you want to summon good fortune, try ringing a bell in your new home. It's the thought that the sound brings positive energy to the space. Yeah.
Come here and tell me this now.
That's my research now.
Is this all for old houses?
No, it's just anywhere.
Because what is it that happens in the process of both building and then buying a house that has it absolutely like San Quentin prison for ghosts?
How do you mean now?
All these stuff that you can and can't do when you're moving into a house. As if this place is haunted beyond belief and you have to do this certain thing.
Yeah, but
why are they going... If there's a new house up the Dartry in Caltra, are they in there as well?
But what was there?
The place is only up a wet week and it's fucking haunted already.
There could have been some famine graveyard under the Dartry. They wouldn't know.
But they would know now though, wouldn't they?
It could be many, many years ago. Imagine something 1,200 years ago. You wouldn't know it was buried there.
How many dead bodies of murders do you think have been built over by new estates in this country? Unsolved murders, Think about that.
That's true.
How many times do you think that it came up on the news, new estate being built in so-and-so, and then someone was sitting at home going,
that's where I put him.
Shit. No, that's where I did put him. If they dig it up and find him, I'm screwed.
Oh, I'm with
and then they don't, and then they build over it, and they go, that's it, I literally got away with murder.
Yeah.
Have I some special problems in my head that I don't know why I came up with that there now?
I don't know either. I want you to say socks. Really.
I'm just going full Ed Sheeran now. Thinking out loud.
Can you spell socks really quick?
S-O-C.
No, really quick.
S-O-C-K-S.
Yeah, you sound Spanish.
S-O-C-K-S.
S-O-C-K-S.
What does that mean in
That's
Spanish?
just something I seen. No, it means nothing. It's just if you spell socks really quick, it sounds Spanish.
Can you say, let me remember this. Can you say space ghetto, right?
Yeah. I think you just say space ghetto.
Yeah, it sounds like you're saying Spice Girl in Scottish. So say it.
Space ghetto.
Just say it normally. You're actually
Space ghetto.
Space ghetto.
Space
It does
ghetto.
sound like you're fucking saying Spice Girl in Scottish.
Yeah.
That's in a Scottish accent. Have you any other crack, Ray? This has been a very spirited episode. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Perhaps we've delved too deep into all of the crack and not had the crack. Do you know? Would you be worried? Oh, there's a ghost in the... Would you be worried like that people... Would you worry... This is a good point actually to finish on now and more serious stuff. Do you worry sometimes that people just expect me and you to have really shite crack all the time? That just is really easy going. And that the second that we talk about something proper, then they're like, the last thing we want to do
I still think Shitnotist is good though.
That's the name of the episode, hopefully.
Yeah.
I wonder can we use that as, or will it get...
No,
fucking... We're sick of getting shadow banned and blocked on everything now. It's awful hard to keep up in this world. But thank you for the 20,000 followers we reached.
Thanks for
on TikTok.
listening every week. As we said, we don't know why.
Yeah, still don't know why.
Yeah, still don't know why.
And come here, Ray, you better ring that because there's family members answering you.
There's family members ringing me now as well. My ML himself is ringing. You'd wonder what that's
we
about.
better answer. Ray, fair play. Look,
Oh,
the live show is on the 8th of August. There are still some tickets left. It's in the Garavogue, Thursday the 8th of August at 8 p.m. And who's the special guest?
Carol Spain.
Carol Spain is going to be there. So you can get your tickets on Ticketmaster.ie or just go to the link that is in our Instagram bio.
Do you want to say happy birthday to your brother?
Oh, happy birthday, Joey, lovey. I forgot it was
yeah.
his birthday. Yeah, my
Nice.
much older brother. Fair play to him.
Yeah.
A big happy birthday. And we'll celebrate with you. Probably, we didn't do that ever.
No,
we never
no.
celebrated.
Yeah,
together.
you're not that kind of family.
We're not that kind of family, really.
I sent him a little voice note where I sang happy birthday to him and I instantly regretted it.
He must have hated that.
He hated it.
Yeah, he definitely
Yeah. He's not the right recipient of a singing. That's my thing lately. I sing happy birthday to people.
That's terrible.
Why?
I'd hate to get that from you.
Oh.
I'd hate if you were doing there's nothing more awkward than do you know what the best happy birthday I ever saw was? Number one, the best one, and number two, the most miserable one I've ever seen. I was at the Clooney Junction service station yesterday.
Why ever would you stop there?
I was just it's a great place.
Right.
It's a great place to stop. And there was a bunch of cyclists.
Yeah.
Like all decked out in the gear, and they were all having a coffee after probably cycling 60 kilometers, which sounds to me like a nightmare. And they were singing happy birthday to one of the boys in the group.
Yeah.
And that was his birthday, that they were going out for a cycle on a Sunday. And I just thought, he's obviously loves that.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds miserable
To you.
If I'm ever out cycling on my birthday and loving it, lads, I've gone too far.
We've got you to a hypnotist.
If you want to sing
That's
happy
actually the thing I'd like to do. If we get you to a hypnotist, all we're asking the hypnotist to get him really into cycling.
Michael loves cycling, like, doesn't he? He
yeah.
loves it. I just can't. I don't get it. Like, you're going from A to B. I'd rather take the Astra. Anyway, a big thanks.
What about Kyle? Just before we go,
Go on, yeah.
the Jack Black Kyle Gas thing.
Oh yeah, man, yeah. Who cancelled this?
Jack Black. So just for anybody that wants to know, speaking of birthdays, it was Kyle Gass's birthday.
And they said make a wish.
He make a wish, and he says don't miss Trump again.
Yeah.
And
which is a bit of a joke, but also like a bit of a weird joke.
A weird joke. But anyway, Jack Black came out then. That's it now. Tenacious D are finished.
Yeah. He said that's it over. I've cancelled myself.
We've cancelled the band.
Yeah.
And all the shows are cancelled.
Even though they've been gigging for 30 years together. And it was just one little joke. It was a stupid joke, to be honest.
Joke, yeah.
The other thing is Josie Biden pulled out real quick.
He did.
What's your thoughts? As a Mayo man, as a fellow Mayo man.
Well,
will he come home now and buy a house?
I seen the meme today, considering they are a country that are continuing to struggle with birth control. Celebrating a man pulling out was not.
I think before you know it, he's going to be down at the Ballina Salmon Festival in the river, fishing away, enjoying his retirement.
It'll be, I'd say he'll have a different couple of months now that he knows that's it.
I can relax into it now.
He can relax and do the things he didn't want. Like,
Absolutely.
I wonder now, and we're not venturing into this.
No.
But if he's not going for re-election, I would like to see him in the next 4 months.
Managing the Ireland team. No, sorry.
No, I want your man Benjamin Netanyahu.
Oh, yeah.
The greatest Yahoo that ever lived.
Yep.
He is coming to visit the States this week.
Yes, right.
I hope that now Josie Biden, he's just fresh off the back of the dose of COVID.
Yep.
And Netanyahu shows up in the front room. He sits down and goes, you might have heard I'm not going for real. And Benjamin goes, yep, sound as a bell, yeah. we can cut the shit now.
Yeah. I'd love
You
that.
will now stop.
Yeah.
Stop everything you're doing.
I call that pulling a Varadkar.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Varadkar knew that he was going to step down?
He did.
And he went over for St. Patrick's Day to America and he said, "You're all a bunch of spineless flutes."
Yes.
And then he stepped down. He just
that
dusted off the hands and said, "That's me gone. I'm
That's
out of
me
here."
gone.
That's what Biden needs to do. He
Yeah,
needs to say,
I'd like
"Come
to
here."
see that.
Because he now obviously there's too many more powerful people above him, but he could say, "Do you know what? I'm not sending another bullet over to you.
Yeah.
You dirty murderers."
If anything, if you lift a hand against anybody,
Yeah.
we'll shoot you down.
Absolutely.
It'd be lovely.
Oh, it'd be unbelievable. What a way to go. And then I'd love to see if he just threw like maybe a smoke bomb behind him as he walked out the door, and then the smoke settles. He's never seen ever again.
That's
the last thing he ever does.
That's a nice
and he
thing,
says,
yeah.
"I'll be back to haunt you
Yeah.
if you do anything."
If you do anything.
No.
And that's our hope, our wish for this week.
What an ideal world.
What an ideal world it is.
Thanks to Brendan flicking the keys off himself, and Ray, fair play to me.
And fair play to me.
Good luck.
Good luck.
The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Maeve's Cozy Front Lounge and the Garavogue.